Okay, so the next one we need to look at is, oops, they didn't give me my last term. They tell me how many terms that I have. They tell me what my first term is, but they don't give me my last term. So remember, my formula is first term plus last term. What's my first term?
1,000.
5.
5.
Oh, I mean 5.
Plus, how many terms do I have?
3.
How many terms do they want me to add together? 1,000. It says find the sum of the first 1,000 terms divided by 2. So my job right now is to find that last term. Okay, remember, if we went from 0 to 5, we had 6 terms. So if I'm going from 0 to 1,000, my last term is not 1,000. It's what term? Backwards. 999. Remember, to get this number, we need to add 1. So to go backwards, we need to subtract 1. So my formula is y equals, what is my slope of this? 7. And you said my first term was a 5. Well, we need to find my last term. So we need to find the 999th term plus 5. What is my last term going to be?
Oh, I got it first. Don't nobody say it.
I got it.
No, don't say it. 6,998.
6,998. That now goes in here, and we can find the sum of my first 1,000 terms.
I got this one too. Nobody do.
Oh my goodness.
For real?
You give me the whole one, go make sure everybody else knows how to do it.
What they nobody do.
Right. You're not the only one in
It
this
is.
classroom, my friend.
3,501,000.
3,501,500.
And you know how to do it.
500. Okay. Okay. Same thing's happening here. They don't give me my last term. So what's my first term? 5. We don't know my last term. How many terms do I have? 200 divided by 2. So I need my formula to find my last term. Y equals 11x plus 5. What am I plugging in for x if I have 200 terms? 199. Always one less. Okay. Always one less. What was your question, Alonzo?
Nothing, you just answered it.
Because remember, to get this one, we always have to go one higher. So to get this, we have to go one lower. What number do we get when we plug this in? 219,000, or I'm sorry, 2,194.
I thought you did 10.
4. Okay, 2,194. So my sum of my series from 5 to 2,194 that has 200 terms in it is what? What is my final answer now? 219,900. Okay? This is the last one and probably the most difficult, so please pay attention. I've got 4 examples of these, okay? This time, we don't know how many terms are being added. What's my first term? 4. What's my last term? 922. This is what we don't know, is my n value that goes here. Okay, so when you're given one like this, on your formula sheet, you were given an equation that was a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d equals a sub n. Okay, I gave you this formula on Monday too. This is the only time I've ever used this version of the formula. Everything else I've done y equals mx plus b. Again, I don't make you memorize this because you're given a formula sheet for it. value goes in for A sub n,
Four.
or I'm sorry, yeah, A sub 1 is a 4, plus, I don't know what n is, that's what I'm trying to solve for. What is my D value?
922.
Mm-mm. What does D represent?
926.
If we don't change.
That's how much you was
It's how much it's going up by. This is your common difference, so what value goes here? 9 equals what's A sub n?
Yes.
922.
922, that's your final number. I gave this to you on the other side of the page. A sub 1 is your first term, A sub n is your last term. Solve this for me. What do I do first?
Well, you said the other one.
You subtract 4.
Okay, so Emil wants to subtract 4 from both sides. That gives me n minus 1 times 9 equals 918. Now what? Divide by what? Divide by 9. That cancels it out on this side. Divide by 9 on this side. So n minus 1 equals, what's 918 divided by 9? 102. 102. Finally, add 1 to both sides. So n equals 103. So I have 103 terms in this sequence. So now you need to plug that in and solve. The biggest problem is people don't remember this formula. Another big problem is some of you have been so far out from solving algebra that you can't solve for a variable. 47,689. Perfect.
Oh, okay.
That's it. That's as hard as it gets.
That's not bad.
That's it. I mean, we've got to do geometric, so we're getting a whole new set of formulas. But again, it's given to you on a formula sheet. You do not need to memorize these.
As long as you know how to do this.
Okay? This is as hard as arithmetic gets. We are done with arithmetic today. Is it? Okay, so these are the same types of problems. We need to find the sum, and they don't tell us how many terms there are. So, first things first, what's my first term? My last term? 1,511. Okay, I need to find my total number of terms. So, again, it's A sub 1, which is what? 17 plus n minus 1 times D. My D value here is what? 6 equals 1511. Okay. First number plus n minus 1 times D equals 1511. If we go the same route, we subtract 17 from both sides. You get n minus 1 times 6 equals 11. 1494. 1494. Divide both sides by 6. So n minus 1 equals, that's a 2. 29.
249.
249, thank you. Okay, and add 1 to both sides. So n actually equals 250. So I have 250 terms. Plug that in to get your final answer.
Wow.
191,000 is your final answer.
What? Oh, never mind.
Okay. This one. What term goes first for my sum? 8,012 plus 6,075. We don't know the number of terms, but we take that and divide by 2. So So let's find out how many terms I have. What goes first in this equation now? 8,012 plus n minus 1 times what? Negative 13. Okay? I'm putting the negative 13 in parentheses because I don't want you to think it's subtraction. It's multiplied by negative 13. Equals. What's my final number that goes in there? 6075. Okay? So we're going to subtract off 8012 first. You get n minus 1 times negative 13 equals what? Negative 1937. Divide by negative 13. So n minus 1 equals 149. Add 1 to both sides. N equals 150. So you would plug that into here to get your final answer. Once you get that answer, please go ahead and try C on your own. See what you come up with. Again, this is as hard as it gets.
1,056,525.
1,056,525. Perfect.
These how much you go up by?
D stands for your common difference. So that's the difference that they share in common. So how much is it going up by each time? Or down by each time if it's decreasing? We are going to go over 10.3 part 1 real fast before you guys leave today. Super easy. It's all about discounts and prices going up and how to find them.
Like percentages and everything? Or like,
Yeah, percent of change is what we're covering in 10.3 part 1, percent of change.
okay.
You should be doing no decimals on this. There should be no decimal points in this one.
What got the answer?
Yes,
For C.
Okay, first off,
Wait.
what did you get for your number of terms? What was your n value? 18?
Yeah.
Okay, your n value should have been 18. So when you plug this in, you get 6 plus 363 times 18 divided by 2, which gave me a final answer of what?
3,320.
3,320.
Basically the same thing as the second one, right? First two?
Yes. Which is why I let you do that one on your own.
True.
All right. Why do we do all this? Well, here's some word problems that you might see on your test that goes along with this section. We have an auditorium that has 20 total rows of seats. The first row has 20 seats. The second row has 21. The third row has 22, and so on. What is the seating capacity of the auditorium? What is the total amount of seats there? So, my first row has how many seats? 20. Plus, my last row has how many seats? Do we know this?
No.
No, that's something we're going to have to solve for. How many total rows do I have? 20. Okay, divided by 2. So I need to find out how many seats are in my last row. I can find that from my equation. Y equals, what's my slope here? What's it moving by? 1. So 1x plus
20.
20. Okay? If I have 20 total rows of seats, what's plugging into x? 19. Remember, you always have to drop it by 1.
Oh, yeah.
So 1 times 19 plus 20 gives me what? 39. So there's 39 seats in my final row, which means in my entire auditorium, I have a total of
590.
590 seats. I'd say we could go down to our auditorium and do this, but it's not increasing. It's just the same number of seats in every row, so it doesn't really go along with what we're doing. It's not gonna go along with what we're doing, so it's not gonna do us any good.
You're gonna give you some.
Okay, here's the last one. A small business sells $10,000 worth of products during its first year of business. The owner has a set annual goal for increased sales at $7,500 for the next 19 years. So every year for the next 19 years, we're supposed to go up by $7,500. Assuming your goal is met, find the total sales during the first 20 years the business is in operation. So how much money did the business start with? 10,000. How much money did the business end with? We don't know. How many years is this happening? 20. You're trying to find the first 20 years. Okay? Again, y equals, what's this supposed to be increasing by? What's my slope? 7,500. X plus, my starting value was 10,000. What number are we plugging in for x? 19, always one less than that. So 7,500 times 19 plus 10,000 gives you how much you end up with after 19 years. 152,500. Perfect. So you plug that in after 20 years. These people are going to end up with buku bucks, and I really wish I was them right now. 1,625,000. Honey, I could live off of that for the next. No, I could probably live off that till the day I die. As long as they're not taking taxes out and they're literally just giving me $1,625,000, I could probably live off that till the day I die.
It depends on how you waste it.
I'm not a wasteful person.
You don't buy stuff that you want, you buy stuff that you need. Ain't that right, Mr. Smith?
I mean, she can be the old chair.
I mean, that's me.
I'm also the person, I'm making my own baby food. My child would not be formula fed if I could help it. Okay. This is the last piece. Okay. So, this is really, really easy. Please do not tune out though because you think it's easy. Okay. Please do not tune out on me. Percent of change. This is the increase or decrease in numbers. Okay. So, if something is priced originally at 25 and my price goes up to 28, has my price increased or decreased?
Increase.
Increase. What we're going to find out is what percent did it increase by. So in order to do that, you always take your new value, your new price, divide it by the old price, subtract off 1, and that tells me 0.12, which is a 12% increase. It comes out positive, so that tells you it's an increase. Does that make sense? Okay, so let's go over here to this one, number 3, even though we're going out of order. My new price is 18, my original is 25. Should I be increasing or decreasing?
Decreasing.
Decreasing. It's still new over original. So 18 over 25 minus 1. What does that give me?
0.72. That's not right. Oh, no, I got negative 0.28. Negative 0.28.
Negative 0.28. Your negative, this negative tells me decrease. So it's decreasing by 28%. Okay, that's a big decrease. That's a nice sale price. I like that. It's 28% off.
That's how much my money
Okay.
increased.
I like mine.
Okay, so number 5. Should I be decreasing or increasing here?
Decrease, increasing, my bad, increase.
Decrease.
Decreasing.
Yeah, decrease.
My final price is lower than my initial. Okay, so final price $94.86. Initial price $102 minus 1 gives me what? Negative 0.07. So this means decrease by 7%. You got 7% off.
Not bad.
That's not too bad.
Hey,
Not a lot.
it
But
decreased.
still, it's less money than what you would originally spend. Okay, take a look at this one. Should this be an increase or a decrease?
Decrease.
Decrease. You think this is going to be big?
Negative
Yeah.
like 6.
Okay. 12 divided by 30 minus 1, you said is negative 0.6. That's a decrease. 60% off. Woo! That's kind of my kind of sale price. Can we do that on a car? I could use a new one right about now. Right? I could use a new one right about now. Number 4. Am I increasing or decreasing? Increasing. So 40.2 divided by 13.7 minus 1. 1.93. Or just 0.93. No, 1.93. Holy crap. This is a 90 or 193% increase. That's almost double. That's insane. You pay for it plus almost a whole nother one. Okay, the last one. Should this be an increase or decrease? Increase. I'm starting and my ending, so 464.4 divided by 215 minus 1 gives me what? 1.16. Okay, so that's 116% increase. So you're paying 16% over the original price.
That's too much. I like Black Friday.
This is easy.
You like Black Friday, okay?
Who doesn't like
I went to go get cell phones on Black Friday, and the guy at AT&T kept telling me it was Black Day.
I'm on sale.
It's Black Friday. It has nothing to do with you being black, sir. Like,
You stupid.
he just kept telling me it's Black Day. It's Black Day. I'm like,
Black Friday. That's
Right.
what I said.
Did you even buy your phones?
Was it a black guy?
yes.
Oh, that's good.
Black Day.
Okay. So what we're gonna do with this is that I'm gonna give you whether it is grown and increased or whether it is decreased, and you're gonna give me my new price. Okay, I'm gonna give you the original price, you're gonna give me the new one. Okay, so a concert ticket costs $45. The sales tax is 6.25%. What is the total price of the ticket? First off, if I'm putting sales tax, should I be going up or down? Up. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is add 6.25 to 100 because you're going up. Does that make sense? You add it to 100 because you're going up. So you should get 106.25.
Yes, ma'am.
Now you need to write this as a decimal. Which way do I move my decimal point to write this as a decimal? Because it's 2%. 2 to the left. 1, 2. So this is 1.0625. To get your new price, you take the cost of the tickets times your decimal. And that tells you how much your tickets are afterwards. Yes. Only because it's increasing, so it has to be higher than 100. It'll be lower. It'll go less. You'll see. How much are my ticket prices after sales tax? $47.81. That's not too bad.
That's a cheap concert.
Must be Chris Brown.
I was
Is that right? Wait, when do we stop it?
Okay. A sweater is on sale. Guys, focus, because we're running out of time here. A sweater's on sale for 35% off the original price. If the original price is $38, what is the discounted price? So if it's on sale, it should be cheaper. It should be going down. So instead of adding to 100, we're going to subtract. 65% written as a decimal is 0.65. So again, you take your original price of $38 and multiply by 0.65. You said what? $24.70. Okay, so Ethan, because this was going down, it's just a decimal. How'd you do it?
I'm at 2 places to the left and multiply.
You can do it that way too. I'm okay with that. Okay. All right, these two. Okay, be careful with this one. They don't give us our original price. Oh no, that's not this one. That's the next one on the back. Okay, so we have 3,000 students and it's decreasing by 20%. We want to know how many students are now in the school. So if I'm decreasing, what am I doing from 100? Subtracting. That gives me 80%, which is the decimal is 0.8. So 3,000 times 0.8. How many students are still left in my school? 2,400 students. Okay. The last one, a company predicts a 15% increase. So we're doing what to 100? Adding. That gives me 115%. Written as a decimal is 1.15. Again, take that times your original. So we have 405,500 units times the 1.15. 466,325. Good way to check yourself. It's increasing. Was this number higher than this number? Yes, we're good. This one was decreasing. This should be lower than this. Okay, so you can double check yourself this way.
Wait.
Wait. Okay, this one, the ones on the back don't give you the original price. They give you the new price. So to get the new price, we multiply. To get the original price, we're going to divide. That's all that changes here. Nothing else changes.
So instead of adding, you divide.
Okay, so instead of multiplying, we're going to divide. We're marking up by 20%. So what am I doing to 100? I'm adding 20. I'm marking up, so it's going up. That's 120%, which is 1.2 as a decimal. Again, because we're looking for the original price, we need to go backwards. So we would take 50,000 and we're dividing by 1.2 to work backwards instead of multiplying. How much was the original price of the car?
$41,666.
$41,666.67.
I thought you were saying 66 cents. That's too much sixes right there.
No, because it's 6.666666,
Oh,
and the 6 rounds is 7
That's too many 6 for my Christian ears.
Okay, I put 4 in there instead of 3.
He has to be in the list.
60. Oh,
Okay.
God.
The percent decrease is 22. So what am I doing to 100? Subtracting. That gives me 78%. As a decimal is 0.78. And again, they give me the new number. I need to work backwards, so we divide. What was my original number? 120. Finally, the last one. thing. That gives me 83%. As a decimal is 0.83. And again, we've given the sale price. We need to find the original. So we must divide. How much was our Ralph Lauren shirts before the sale? $35. Dollar.
Can I get you about
What?
I think it's
I
it.
didn't realize that for dividing time I've been using it percent.
$35?
Okay. Fastest last two problems you've ever seen in your life. Oh no, watch this. Because you already got this. Calm down. Got this. Okay, 15 and 16. Keep complaining and I'll keep you past the bell.
Go ahead.
I'm good.
No, no.
No.
Okay, so what you're gonna find out in these problems is how much it's been marked up or marked down completely, because it's happening more than once. So we're marking up by 15%. What does that look like as a decimal? 1.15. It's marked up, so it's got to be above 1. We're then marking up by 30%. What does that look like as a decimal? 1.3. 20% markup. 1.2. Multiply them together.
That's it?
That's it.
Oh, that's
That's what I said. This is the simplest last two questions you've ever seen in your life.
Okay.
Not ever. 1 + 1 is better than that.
1.794. So if I move this over, this has been marked up by 79.4%. It's 79.4% above 100. Does that make sense? Because you're trying to figure out how much above 100 it is, so it is 1.794, but it's 79.4% above 100.
Got you.
Does that make sense?
I got you.
Okay.
Okay? 6. We're marking up by 25%. What does that look like?
1.25.
Okay? Then we're marking down by 30.
1.30.
30.
30.
0.70. It's 30% less than 100. 100 minus 30 is 70. As a decimal is 0.7. Now we're marking up by 10.
1.1.
1.1. Multiply them together. 0.9625. Okay, as a decimal is 96.25%. It's actually less than 100. So to find out how much, we have to subtract it from 100. So it's a 3.75% decrease. Okay. It's less than 100 by 3.5%. So it is a decrease. Questions or problems?